Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to the dialogue, where this time of the week I take my side, or which means that Dhinaceyga. Uh, Today, peace is on trial in Ethiopia, and the double standard we are seeing is unacceptable. As we all know, after 2 years of devastating civil war, the federal government of Ethiopia and TPLF signed a peace treaty on November 2nd, 2022. Thousands died, thousands more lost their homes. The Ethiopian government lost its standing in the world. I stand in that the Ethiopia is still struggling to get back. TPLF, for its part, and the Tigray region were utterly devastated and destroyed. We are now seeing that the Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed and the Oromo Liberation Army will begin peace negotiation in Tanzania. When the Prime Minister Abiy became Prime Minister, the ONLF refused to lay down their arms and continue its struggle against the Ethiopian government, regardless of that the Prime Minister himself is from Oromia. ONLF stuck to their guns, figuratively and literally. Looking at this picture of the celebration of the peace negotiation yesterday highlights the unconscious and the double standard in Ethiopia. You all know me as someone who has worked on human rights and peace in the region for more than 2 decades. I have advocated for the respecting of all people's rights and the fair treatment of combatants. However, today, I see double standard on full display. As much as I appreciate the peace agreement between TPLF and the Ethiopian government, a war that lasts less than 2 years, while my people have been struggling for decades and looking at the ONLF peace negotiation, while the ONLF lay down their arms unilaterally, while my people have been yearning for peace in my entire life, over half a decade. That peace was not reciprocated. That peace was not reciprocated because ONLF signed the peace, and the government of Ethiopia has not reciprocated the peace that they signed, and as well as the regional administration. There is a clear double standard just by looking at this picture, including even Somali regional administration. So let me tell you this painful double standard that I'm seeing. I was there in Asmara. I was there for more than a year in 2018, while most of the government officials, including the regional administration, who were not in power at the time, were busy for themselves. The ONLF sent me to ignite this peace deal. That's why I'm wearing this today in support of ONLF, because for 5 years, there was peace in Somali region. Not because it was the choice of the Ethiopian government, nor the regional administration. It is because the brave decision that the ONLF had made, the sacrifice they made, the agreement that they signed in Asmara. I'm speaking out because that yearning of peace from the ONLF was not reciprocated by the Ethiopian government, nor no one celebrated in Addis Ababa and bring the international community together, saying that this is something that Ethiopia wants it. In fact, it is the contrary. I'm the one who was pushing everybody should celebrate. ONLF leadership has some of the agreements was to have two main things that I want to highlight. One, the ONLF should practice its political activities peacefully in Ethiopia, specifically in the Somali region. And that did not happen. Two, there should be joint committee that facilitate the transition of this peace agreement. And that did not happen. On the other hand, I'm seeing the TPLF, that who declared war on Ethiopia, have fought so hard and is being celebrated. That painful double standard, that unconscious double standard is why I'm sitting today and I want to say my side. As a peace activist, as a human rights activist, as someone who's seen inside what's going on in the peace negotiation, who took a year and a half from my life, quit my job because everything was keep on dragging at the time, because no one wants to move. We have to push all directions. And then seeing that what's happening in Addis Ababa yesterday, while the ONLF stopped the fighting unilaterally, this has to stop. A prime minister that we have supported, a government that we put the fate of the Somalis in their hand, whether it's the Mustafa or whether it is Prime Minister Abiy or the former foreign minister and current Minister of Finance who were there, and as well as the Ridwan who was there as well, Ridwan Hussein. I don't want to talk too much, but I want to put this thing on the record. The treatment that the Somali people is getting in Ethiopia has to be something that is supposed to be in the past. Something it cannot continue this way. It cannot continue this way. While there's a red carpet for the TPLF and there is no carpet for ONLF. While one is being embraced and the other is being pushed and divided. Because what the anger and the mistrust of the Somali people it's been exacerbated. And that's what we want to focus on it now. For those of you who are watching, I will be speaking in Somali in the same segment. But now, what the message I'm sending is that the administration of Somali region and to the government of Ethiopia in Addis. This must be corrected. The agreement of the ONLF and Ethiopian government must be honored and pushed on the right direction. It's been delayed, has not been corrected, and the agreement was not being honored because I was one of the driving people Thank you very much.